Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from Sydney English Teacher and from the Successful English Learner by Sydney English Teacher. And I wanted to say a big welcome to session number 2 of my weekly writing tasks. Thank you for joining me today. And also a big thank you to those of you who joined me last week for session number 1. I really hope that you enjoyed the topic, that you have taken the time to start writing something, and that you make the most of this weekly writing practice opportunity. So if you haven't watched the video for session number 1 yet, I would recommend that you go back and watch it now or as soon as possible, because I promise that you'll learn something, you'll be inspired, you'll be motivated, and hopefully you'll want to continue writing every single week. So, as I said, every week I will add a new video and a new writing topic. And you'll also have some quick feedback in each video about the previous week's topic. So today, not only will I give you a new topic to write about and some ideas of what to include, but I'll also give some feedback about last week's topic, about the topic for session 1. Today and every week, I will also remind you to watch the previous video if you haven't yet and to complete the writing task, because we're here to practice, we're here to learn, we're here to improve. So do take a little bit of time out of your busy schedule to focus on improving your English writing skills and becoming more confident. So, before we start with today's topic, let's quickly go back to last week's topic and I'll remind you what it was all about. Are you ready? So, last week I asked you to start the weekly writing by focusing on something familiar, something that you know a lot about. You know, what do you know a lot about? Who do you know a lot about? You, yourself. I asked you to write an introductory paragraph about yourself, and I asked you to think of 2 to 3 points that you would like to include. For those of you who really didn't want to write about yourself, and that's absolutely fine, I also gave you another option. And the alternative was to write about someone else, to write a paragraph about another person. I asked you to choose someone famous or maybe someone you respect, someone that you know really well, and to start writing about them, to write an introductory paragraph about that person. Who you choose, whether it's you or someone else, is completely up to you. And the other thing that I said is just start writing, just start enjoying the writing process, you know? It's not a test. There's absolutely no time limit. The goal behind this is simply to get you writing. you know, to make you feel more and more confident about your writing skills every single week. So, again, it's not a test, there's no time limit, and you can write as short or as long as you want. But the main thing is that you start writing. Take this opportunity and use it. Write, practice. It doesn't matter how long it takes, it doesn't matter how difficult it is. I just want you to start. And you can do that. That's easy. So let me now give you some quick feedback from session number one. If you haven't watched the video for session number one yet, please go back and do so, okay? Um, it was a nice overview of what these weekly sessions are all about, and it gave you a nice idea of how it all works. But I also gave you a really fun topic to start writing with, and some tips of what you can say, of what you can include. So here's some general feedback from the lovely writing tasks that I have seen, that people have shared with me. And yeah, I hope that this general feedback will help all of you. So, first of all, some punctuation feedback. Please don't use exclamation marks at the end of every sentence, okay? Try to use a full stop instead, or better yet, extend your sentences, make them longer and more complex by connecting two or more thoughts together with a comma or with linking words. Linking words are words such as and, but, so, because. And I will teach you a lot more about these in future sessions, as well as a lot of alternatives for these words. So please don't use an exclamation mark at the end of every sentence. That's the first thing I want you to remember. Another thing that's really important is try to make your writing either formal or informal, okay? Don't use a combination of both formal and informal language in your writing. Choose one or the other. Okay, so choose at the very beginning of your writing which you will use, whether it's formal or informal. It depends on your audience, but just stick to one. Don't mix them, don't use both. Another thing to remember is when you are stating facts, which is really what you're doing in a written introduction, use the present simple tense. Okay? When you state a fact, something that is true, something that is real, you use the present simple tense, not another. You could also use the present continuous or the present perfect, depending on exactly what you want to say, but try not to use the other tenses, just those three. Okay. Another thing is please don't avoid using articles altogether. Don't avoid using them completely. The, a, an. If you're not sure whether it's the, a, an, or even a plural, just try, just guess. Write down what you think because there's a high chance that you are right. And if you're not right, that's okay too. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how we remember. But please don't just write the noun by itself on its own with no article or no plural form. because you want to avoid it. No, no, no. So try to use articles, don't avoid them. And one more point, some general feedback from what I read from session one is please try to plan, try to brainstorm your ideas before writing. It will really help with the structure, with the logic of what you're writing, and it will make it a lot easier for you because you have some steps to follow. Simple. So, a little bit of feedback there for you. But what we're going to do now is begin with writing task two. It's time to begin with the topic for session two. Are you ready? Okay, so what we're going to do for session two of our writing task is we're going to continue the theme of what is familiar so that we can continue to build your confidence and really to make sure that you're not stuck, that you have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that you want to say, that you can write about. So, what is the topic for this week? Good question. I'd like you to focus on your favorite things. I know it's a really easy topic, and I know that you know the answer to this topic, okay? But please, planning before you write something is so, so important. So get a piece of paper, get a pen, and write down a few ideas of what you would like to write about. Maybe you could write about your favorite food, your favorite animal, perhaps your favorite sport, or even your favorite TV show. And why not write about your favorite book or even your favorite music? You decide what you want to write about, okay? It's your choice. And you know what? If you don't want to write about your own favorite things, well, what you can do is write about someone else's. That's right. You can write about someone else's favorite things. And the easiest thing is if you go back to what you wrote last week. Use the person you wrote the introductory paragraph about and extend that by writing about their favorite things, whether you wrote about someone else or whether you wrote about yourself. It doesn't really matter. But whoever that person is, write about their favorite things or one of their favorite things. How can we make it easier for you? Answer these three questions. So choose the favorite thing you want to write about and answer these three questions. Number one, what is your favorite thing? Describe it. Tell us what it is. Number two, why is it your favorite thing? Explain why you like it so much, why it is so important to you. Tell us the reason behind that. And number three, how does it make you feel? Happy, sad, excited? How does it make you feel? And more importantly, why does it make you feel this way? Okay, so answering these three questions basically helps you plan your writing and what you want to say. thinking about this before you write will make it so much easier. A quick question: how long should your writing be? Great question. How about we try doubling what you wrote last week? I want you to challenge yourself. You know, if you wrote one paragraph last week, this week, try writing two paragraphs. If you wrote half a page last week, this week try writing a whole page, a full page. So really challenge yourself to always do more than you did last time. Do you want another challenge? I'm happy to give you another challenge as well. What you can do is try to include these words in your writing task as well. So try to use the verb adore. Do you know what that means? Adore is a verb which means that you love something or someone very, 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 very much. So instead of saying, I love cooking, you could say, I adore cooking. And it's so much stronger. Next, try to use the word heavenly. It's an adjective. And if something is heavenly, it's incredible. It's amazing. It feels like you're in heaven. It's almost perfect. So, of course, your favorite thing, it's heavenly. It makes you feel so happy. And another challenge is try to use the noun relaxation, the idea that you relax. So there you go. If you want the extra challenge, you can, as I said, double the amount of writing from last week, but you can also try to include these words. Why not? So remember, it's so important to commit to writing. You want to improve your writing skills. I'm here to help you, to motivate you, to inspire you. So, your new goal of writing regularly, of improving your writing skills, and improving your confidence in writing starts today. So, please take the time, do the writing practice for session number 2. Of course, I'm here to help if you have any questions. And please do join me every single week. If you enjoy these writing sessions, why not share them with your family and friends so that they can practice their writing in English as well? So do come back again next week for session number 3 and for a fun new writing topic. And of course, for a little bit of feedback about the writing tasks that I have seen from all of you this week. I wish you a fabulous week and I say happy writing. Thank you for joining me and enjoy. Thank you so much, everyone. I can't wait to read what you've written. Bye.